So here I have the NUVICO Excel 32 channel NVR set up with two monitors, one connected to the HDMI out, one connected to the VGA out. And we're gonna go into the system settings, use the start button, click on settings, and we're gonna look at system. And here you'll see under general settings, a feature called output settings. And right now it's set to same source. And out of the box, that's how the recorder's gonna show video from both outputs, the same exact thing on both outputs. Now, if I wanted to use this VGA monitor to display different camera channels than what I have on the main monitor, what I need to do is change this output settings option from same source to different source. And when I do that, it's gonna warn me that if I change this particular setting, the recorder's gonna have to reboot itself to finalize the settings. So we're gonna go ahead and click OK. And then we wanna click Apply at the end, which will start the reboot process. And once it's done rebooting, we'll get back into this menu. All right, so we finished the reboot, and now you'll notice that my monitor, VGA monitor, is now not displaying any cameras right now, while my main monitor is still displaying my 4 cameras. That's because now we still need to set up what is going to be displayed from the VGA output now. So let's go back into settings. So again, we go to the start menu, settings, and system. And now we want to take a look at this option right here called output settings. And here we see we have a main output and a secondary output. The VGA out for this recorder is your secondary output, and the HDMI is your main output. So what I can do here on the secondary output is drag cameras from the right-hand side of the screen into any number from 1 to 16 of divisions of cameras being shown. So say I wanted just a single shot of one camera. I drag the camera NUVICO Excel here, and when I click Apply, you'll see on my monitor now, I have NUVICO Excel displaying from the VGA output. And that can stay static if you want. Another feature that we can use is the dwell feature. That will allow you to change the output that's coming from the VGA out to display a certain number of cameras, anywhere from 1 to 16, and then switch after a predetermined time frame to another set of cameras, a completely different set of cameras. So to do that, what I would do is enable dwell and click the plus sign here. And now on my first camera, actually let's remove the 4, and we're gonna make this a single shot. So just like we were setting up before. But now I want the second set of cameras to be only 2 cameras. So we hit the plus, and we change for the second dwell panel, we change that to 4 division. And now I only want to see cameras 2 and 3 on the second dwell page. And once you click Apply, you'll notice that your settings have already begun on the VGA output. Secondary output will start displaying how you set up the dwell settings immediately. If we wanted to do 2 different dwell sequences, we can also do that from the main output. I can add in, say, camera 1 and 2 on a first dwell page from the main output, and add a secondary screen of just 1 camera to be the second video that's going to be shown for the dwell. And when we go back to live display, we click on the dwell icon down here, and you'll see a start button for the dwell time, and you'll also see a time here, 30 seconds. That could be adjusted from anywhere from 1 minute to as little as 5 seconds for the dwell time. So right here, we'll set it to 5, and when we click on start, now my main monitor is doing 1 dwell sequence while my VGA monitor is still doing its own dwell sequence. So you can have two monitors doing two different sequences of cameras. Keep in mind that for the main monitor, if you set this up to dwell, any mouse movements will be shown on the screen, whereas from the secondary output, you will not see any mouse movements or menu interactions with the secondary output. Only the main output will display menus. So keep that in mind if you have this in a visible area. You'd probably want to use only the VGA out as your secondary monitor to display something where you only want the video to be displayed as maybe a deterrent in a supermarket or in a banking area where you want people to know that they're being videotaped. So to stop the dwell feature, you'll just want to bring your mouse back to the bottom of the taskbar, find the dwell icon, and then now the start button is now a stop button. Click on that, and now the dwell has stopped on the main monitor, but continues on the VGA monitor. So the VGA output for the NUVICO Excel TN-P3200 AI2 16P recorder becomes a powerful spot monitor video output source.